Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. This is a crumb of all the little bits I managed to gather at the weekend when we covered the Shropshire Drive-In Festivals circus event put on by Shropshire Festivals. You know, Beth Heath and the team there put on yet again a fantastic display of entertainment. This was our second weekend covering these events. The weekend before was the music. I wanted to document that weekend from a family point of view. This is what my family experienced. This is what we did. So we made that video of our experience. But this what you're about to hear now was the perspective of people that worked there. So I mean, I spoke to the fantastic DJ. Whose name, very embarrassingly, his name escapes me. He said it about 1 million times on stage, but I was running through my audio equipment and testing things, and I wasn't really paying attention. But I got a good interview with him. He was, before the circus acts came on stage, he was working up the crowd, getting the kids dancing. He was really fun, so I managed to speak to him. I then spoke to the guys from Polly's Parlour Ice Cream Parlour. Fantastic group of guys. They've been serving ice cream to people throughout these events, and really enjoying being out and about. So you get to hear, what they've been experiencing, and also Kevin from who's the owner of Zoom Food. They've been working fantastically with Beth throughout these weekends. You order your food via the Zoom app, and it comes to your car. It's a great merging of companies to give people a fantastic service. He's a great guy. I'd love to actually get him on the show as a feature. So Kevin, if you listen to this, get in touch. We'll do something soon. I do have to explain as well. I explained all the way through this that there was music playing. It was a Greatest Showman themed circus show, but I do not own the rights to any of this music. There is music. I can't cut it out. If I need to explain, if I cut the background music out of this episode, it would also take huge chunks out of people's voices and things. So everyone would just sound like robots. So it's impossible for me to remove the music from the background. But I like it because it adds an atmosphere. So please, no one sue me. Just enjoy. It's a great episode. And after Kevin's interview from Zoom, I'll touch base with you guys again and explain what you're about to hear. So here is our coverage of the Shropshire Drive-In Circus Show. Enjoy! Hello guys, how's it going? Coming to you from West Midlands, West Mids Showground, whatever it's called. And we're here for our second weekend at the Shropshire Festivals, Drive-In Festivals. And today they're doing circus. It's the third event they've done. Last night was stand-up comedy, and they're doing a fourth one tonight. There's 2 shows on today. I just need to mention that, as you can hear, there is music in the background. I don't own the rights to any of that music, so please don't sue me, anyone. My goal today is going to be, I'm going to be speaking to a lot of the staff members, people that are taking part. I want to speak to some of the guests, if I can, and some of the partakers to see if they're having a good time and get a good vibe for the place. Last week, I did a social media video to share my own family experience of this, and that was my own experience, so it'd be nice to get a different perspective today. So here we go. The show's about to begin, and I'm going to find a way to sneak out and get some interviews. Right, guys. So I've managed to get myself a pink jacket, which means I'm incognito. I'm a spy now, which means I can go and speak to some of the guests. I can go and speak to some of the people that work here. So wish me luck. I'm going to blend in. Catch you later. How's it going? My name's Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. How was that for you?
It was amazing. It was just great. Fantastic atmosphere. Families out here, and that's what it's about. Giving people something to look forward to what's been happening over the last few months.
You've been fantastic. You were fantastic. I stood there like, I'm not dancing, but yeah, I found myself dancing. It was great. Is this your first drive-in?
This is my very first one, and hopefully one of many more. Because normally it's more,
the electric off the crowd.
The crowd. But this has been good because of the fact the weather's good, and it's something completely different.
Yeah, where have you guys come from then to do this?
Well, I've actually travelled from Buxton.
Yeah.
A lot of them have travelled all over, these guys, we work a lot together, travel all over the world.
Yeah, and I imagine, because not many shows have been taking part, the training hasn't taken place. I guess, how has it been for the guys rehearsing?
Well, what we've been trying to do is, some people have been doing, stuff on the internet, You know, so we've been doing
Zoom
stuff
and that's how a lot of
and
people
taking care of themselves. But this is the first time getting together as a team and actually doing a show. So a bit rusty, but I think we had a good rehearsal. And I think it's going to be, the weather's great. It's going to be
not going to be much room for, some of the stunts. There's
No.
no room for error, really, is there?
No, really.
So, yeah, it's going to
It's going to be amazing.
Well, thank you for talking to me. Hopefully
Thank
we can
you.
have a chat later and we can find out how you are at the end of the day.
Okay.
And
Thank
see
you.
how exhausted you are, because it's going to be hard work in this crowd,
Okay.
isn't it?
Appreciate that.
No, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah. Is that better?
That's that.
So what's your name?
So I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Hi Alex, how you going?
I'm all right. I was here the first night.
Yes.
You guys were here as well, weren't
We
you?
were, yeah. We came down with Polly's Parlour, our vintage ice cream van, Florence. And today we're here with our brand new van, so it's exclusive for you guys.
Hey.
This is Matilda. And
Nice.
Matilda's going to be based down in Reading with Rod and Sally here. Say hi.
Hi, guys.
So yeah, been a great day today. Weather's out for us. And even last night, again, lovely evening.
Got a lucky break in the weather there last
Yeah,
night.
exactly.
So how's it been? Has this been a weird experience for you guys? I mean, it's a strange one, isn't it?
It's kind of,
Very
because
unique.
we're just getting out. It's good to be out.
Of course,
Okay,
yeah.
we're not going to break any records on money or ice cream.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just getting back into the flow for the summer, really. And
Yeah.
hopefully these kind of events are the lifeline for this industry, really.
Absolutely, and a lot of firsts as well, like using like a Zoom app and
Yeah.
everything to run.
Yeah, that's been absolutely brilliant and an eye-opener for us Luddites.
Yeah. There's lots of uses of technology during this COVID-19 era, I guess we can call it. That's
Yeah.
advanced a few things,
It has, yeah. And I think the fact that we're all kind of used to using not so much the Zoom food app, which is great, and we're getting into that, but obviously people using Zoom and all these kind of house party apps, not having to stand in front of each other and talk, we're getting used to using technology in our everyday life, really.
And what's the demand been like during these festivals? Have people been enjoying your ice cream?
Oh, absolutely, we've got fantastic ice cream, so...
I wish I could sample some, but I'm on the keto diet.
Right, is that what it's all about?
yeah.
Just come over with your mic for an ice cream. We'll
I
sort you
can't.
out.
I can't. Unless it's keto friendly. Well, listen, I wish you the best of luck. Have you got many more of these planned?
We've got a few more with Beth and Shropshire festivals over the next few weeks. And then hopefully we'll wait and see. Obviously the key thing for us is the wedding market, and that's just starting to
Yes.
kick back in, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yes. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and it's nice to meet you guys.
Thanks, Alex. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. Cheers. How's it going? Well, you know me. I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Hey, Alex.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Kevin. I'm the owner of Zoom 1 Hour Delivery in Shrewsbury.
Oh, congratulations on this, by the way. You've been running a great service.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good. I mean, we weren't too sure how it would go when Beth approached us, but the system's really flexible. So as long as customers can download the app to order,
Yeah.
we can put printers anywhere. So it could be in a restaurant in Shrewsbury, it could be at the Wood-Fired Pizza Van here, or the ice cream parlour. It's just really good. I'm really pleased to be able to help her out as well.
It's an evolution, isn't it? I mean, like I guess during lockdown, takeaways were still running. A lot of them, weren't they? I mean,
So we were one of the very few businesses that benefited from the lockdown. So anyone who was open on our platform saw orders grow anywhere between 300% to 400%.
wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know we were taking advantage badly.
Should let me know. I'll send you a promo code.
So what happened? Did your eyes light up when Beth told you about this? Because it's new,
Yeah.
it's unique,
It's great. Yeah, it's great. I mean, like I say, the concept's new to us. It's great from the perspective that there's a lot of new people coming into Shrewsbury, being told about the Zoom service, and they
Yes.
might go home and then realise that there's Zooms available in their area. But yeah, I mean, we're not doing it for the money. There's no money in this for us today or at all. But it's just being able to support the local business, which is Beth and Shropshire Festivals, and being able to link the consumers in a safe way to the food providers, and just being able to get the food out to people whilst they enjoy the festivals.
I spoke to Vince from Shropshire ITC. They just rolled out a pub app where you can order your drinks from the table and they bring it over to you, right? So, and he was saying they make no money in it. They just want to offer a service very similar to you, because that's how things are evolving, right? I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're just the enabling software in all this, similar to what Vince has done with the pubs.
Yeah.
In fact, one of our stores up in Llandudno is using Zoom for the same thing, for table service.
Yeah.
Even though we're called a delivery service, but it's just what the functionality and the software allows.
I was talking about this on a podcast a few days ago, and I was talking about the service to the cars, and they're like, that's it. That's all I want now.
Yeah.
Because I want service to my car, whether I'm parked up in Stuart. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
So you've done something now. You started something. That's it. We're not going back. We can't revert back to the old ways. How was that first night for you?
Oh, terrifying!
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying. Yeah, I mean, just to see all the stores waiting to prepare their food and give it out to the consumers, seeing about 250 cars all lined up ready to order, just panicking that nothing went wrong with the app, that the signal was okay, that card payments were fine, that the stores could work the printers and the runners could take the food out, and within the first 10 minutes seeing it happen, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
We had a biscuiteer working that night, Julie, and she said it worked all right. It was busy, but it worked well.
Yeah, yeah. I think we complicated it a little bit, so we've learned some lessons from the first time. So instead of having one store for everything, we've now got them separated. So if you want an ice cream and a coffee within 10 minutes, you can have it that quick. It's not getting mixed up with the pizzas and the burgers.
So with this being your first time doing this, and you say you're not making much money from it, would you look at doing festivals in the future?
Yeah, so we're not making any money out of it. I'm here for free, and my son's here is here to help out and paying me back for the 13 years of my life I've given him.
Nice.
But we are launching a new app in the next couple of weeks. I'd love to say what the name is, but I've not trademarked it yet.
We'll have to come get you on the biscuit. We'll get in the studio. We'd
love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to. But it's a similar principle. It's going to be an app that you can download at any festival. You can order food through it, and any vendor can join. And again, it's not about making money. It's just about linking it and making it safe for the consumer. In 2 or 3 years, it might be the norm, and it might become profitable then. But for now, let's just make the technology do what it should be doing.
Make the leap. Well, thank you very much for chatting to me. It's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, thank you for your support.
Very well. Good.
So that was the guys from Polly's Ice Cream Parlour, Kevin from Zoom, and the DJ that did a great job at the beginning and the end of the show. Now you're going to hear the perspective of a lot of the families that were taking part. Now this is a part of the biscuit that I'm not brilliant at. If anybody knows me, I'm not great at walking around with a microphone and doing a word for the biscuit, all that kind of thing, putting a microphone in people's faces. It gives me serious anxiety, right? So I'm struggling. And the first family I went up to and asked, do they want to come on the biscuit? They were like, no, sorry. And I was like, that defeated me from the first hurdle. So what I decided to do was just walk around, just wave my mic around as if like, you want to come on the biscuit? You want to come on the biscuit? Because, and the people would just put their hands up. When they saw me doing that, it was great. People were just putting their hands up. Oh, I want to come on, which was really cool. A big shout out goes to Luca. Small, I didn't get his age, about 5 or 6. And as I was walking by, I heard this tiny little voice, you want to interview me? And I was just like, I span around on the spot. I was like, you want to come on the biscuit? And his family just cheered. And you're going to hear him in a second. I got to speak to a few people, and the amazing Paul Kirkbright as well, who's been on the biscuit many times. So this is going to be a few little interviews of some of the families taking part. So enjoy. How's it going? I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Kieran, this is Shelley, and that's my little boy Archie.
Yeah.
We've come from Telford today.
Yeah?
Yeah, and we've had a wonderful day. The weather's been great. Food service, everything's gone absolutely fab, to be fair.
Yeah, is this your first time
Yeah,
today?
first time, yeah.
And what is it obviously like, we're British, we don't do drive-in stuff, do we?
No, not really.
It's a unique experience, right?
Unique experience, but everything's worked really well, to be fair. You didn't have long to wait for nothing, so you've done a really good job.
Yeah.
Weather's been on your side as well.
Yeah, this is my second time. I don't work with these guys. I work with the Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Right, okay.
So we came the first time last weekend, and as a family, we found it so amazing, just so we can get out.
Do something different.
In the sun and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. What was the best bit for you guys?
The dancers for me on the acrobats. Yeah.
It was quite hairy, some of those stunts, weren't they?
Some of them, yeah. I was here, commentary.
Would you recommend this to any of your mates?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely. It's a great little family day out, especially at the times we're in at the moment. Get out, enjoy yourself. Get a bit of normality back.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have had a great time.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Cheers.
See you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Hello, my name's Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit Podcast. What's your name? Luca? Yeah? Have you had a good time today?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Is this your first time coming to a drive-in festival like this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? And what was the best bits for you?
The acrobats, yeah.
Yeah, that was quite scary, some of the stunts they were doing, right? Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Who have you got here with you today?
Annabelle, my sister, my mum, and my granny and granddad, and my cousin.
And what
Yeah?
about Granny? No, you said Granny and Granddad. Yeah, I know.
And my granny, it's her birthday today.
Wow, happy birthday,
21.
Granny. Always 21. I remember 21, vaguely. Well, I hope you guys have had a really good time. What was that?
We're having a pizza thing at the Hussey.
At the Albright Hussey after here, pizzas.
The Albright Hussey. That sounds like you've had a special day. The weather's been nice. The entertainment's been great. And have you had food from around here? Have you had the ice cream and stuff? Have you been trying stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Yeah, look at you. I'm on the keto diet. I can't eat any of this. It's terrible. So, well, it's lovely to meet you. I hope you've had a great day. And enjoy your pizza later. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you for that. Hello.
Alex will send me the link.
I will do. I found Paul Kirkbright. How's it going?
Not too bad, sir. Not too bad. Enjoying the sunshine. How are you?
Make a habit of running into you these events. Yeah. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, very much so. It was great, wasn't it? I mean, it's fantastic to see so many people kind of back out again and doing things. And you know, Beth and her team at Shropshire Festivals are just amazing at sorting this kind of stuff out. Imaginative, innovative, and you know, the number of kids that are around here, it's just fantastic. And the show again tonight, I'm sure, will be brilliant.
Yeah. Are you staying for the second one tonight?
Would love to, but unfortunately we have a small one who's enjoyed herself this afternoon. But I think we'll be going back for tea. Yeah.
Can you see this being like the new thing, the new normal?
I think it is. I mean, I think it's great for families because, you know, sometimes the trouble with festivals is the amount of stuff you're actually having to carry and transport. And here you can come in your own car, you've got your own designated space, so you're not fighting for space. And I can see this kind of catching on, particularly in terms of the fact that, you know, everybody seems to be respecting one another and respecting the rules, which is great.
Unless the podcasters come wandering into your space. When are we on the biscuit?
Yeah, that's all right. That's
the atmosphere, like you could scoop it up, couldn't you? It's that good. It feels amazing.
Yeah, I think people are just genuinely happy to be out and doing stuff as a community, with friends, within their bubbles or however they're managing it. But I think people are just happy to be out and about doing stuff and enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, have you tried the Zoom app? Have you tried that today?
Yeah, we downloaded that today. Again, it's another fantastic innovation, isn't it?
Yeah, bring it to your car.
I know, it's like being in a drive-in cinema, isn't it? You just press a button and somebody comes and gets you.
It's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me. I always love chatting to you, you know.
Yeah, not a problem, mate. Keep well.
Have you had a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? What was the best bit for you?
I like the acrobats because I want to be an acrobat when I'm older.
It's quite scary though, some of the stunts, yeah? You reckon you can manage that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for chatting to me, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Keep well.
Called Mama to me.
We're going to have to do that again because I didn't press record. Hey, I finally grabbed my next door neighbour.
And you're the podcaster.
And I'm the podcaster, that's right. Would you like to introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yeah, I'm Kaylee Coates and I'm also Mama to Moomin and Bear, which is my personal blog. So if anybody wants to have a look at that, it's
Plug. Yeah, do that.
moominandbear.co.uk, and that's my new website.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for letting me plug that.
That's absolutely fine. You're going to talk to me, you can plug your stuff. Did you enjoy the show?
Absolutely fantastic. We're actually staying on for the second show, due to my husband working.
Yeah, Ben.
So we're quite excited by that.
Hold on, we're doing a podcast here. Will you stop? Stop keeping you at what's going on here. Hey, I'm busy. I'm trying to do an interview here. Shh. Oh, I think it's for Beth, that one. I think we'll let that one slide. Yeah. Thank you for chatting to me.
It's all right.
We'll probably see you next time.
It's my birthday tomorrow as well, so.
Hey, happy birthday for tomorrow. See you later. Now, this next bit, I got to speak to Julie. Julie, our biscuiteer, has been working really hard. She's been there every weekend for these events, and she's been really enjoying it. And she brought along Jill Simkin, who is a mutual friend of ours who we work with at the prison, and she brought her along as one of the volunteers. And so it was really good to get her perspective as someone that had worked the event the weekend before and someone who didn't know what to expect. So it was really cool. We had to break it into two bits because I had to move about and stuff. But this is Julie and Jill. And then afterwards, I got to speak to the great and powerful Ben Coates from Moogie's Media. He was the guy wandering around with a camera, taking all the amazing pictures that you've seen on social media. He's a great guy. We've only just really met, and I feel like we could put our powers to good. So it was great to speak to him. So the audio you're about to speak to now is Julie and Jill and Ben Coates from Moogie's Media. I have just bumped into our Julie and Jill. Jill,
Good afternoon. I can't hear a damn thing.
I know that's a bit of a problem. I've had to constantly be like, it's not my music, don't sue me. Your second time volunteering?
Yeah, second week in, different show.
Did you do last night?
No, I couldn't do last night, so just doing tonight's one.
Yeah. It's
And
weird
last
interviewing you in a different sort of way. So how was last week? Because it looked busy.
Last week was it was rammed. Obviously, it was the first night, first time of doing it, so it probably was very much a case of how does everything work? A suck in, see, the food. How's that going to work? But yeah, and non-stop last week on our feet all the time, backwards and forwards to cars, and it was good, really good.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to stop a sec because we're waiting here. We're not going. I've been told to stay here. Right. Okay, so we can carry on our interview. So yeah, lots of kinks worked out last time. What you?
Follow me on Instagram. No, go on, what was I saying?
There were lots of kinks that need to be ironed out and things, but you worked it out.
Yeah, no, they've got it. Yeah, so obviously they've got the food different by the looks of it this week. Less food. Obviously, it's a smaller setup.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the timings are different.
I have no idea. I mean, I've been wandering around with the microphone. Want to be on the biscuit? Last week I absolutely condensed the show. I took the show in and enjoyed it. Whereas this week I've been kind of trying to get interviews and stuff. So I've looked at a different perspective today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spoke to the guy from Zoom. He said last week was crazy busy, but they've learned a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Perfect.
Should be easier for you today.
And the weather's better today than it was last week. I mean, it was all right, but...
What's Julie told you that you're going to expect tonight?
I'm expecting to be kept very busy delivering food to cars. That's what I've been told.
Very busy. It was a busy experience for Julie last week. So, but it's a good one.
Yes, well, I volunteered last year for Oktoberfest, and this is very different.
Very different, yeah. Well, thanks for chatting to me. Yeah?
Thanks, Alex. Nice to meet you again.
again. Right. Okay, you have that one, I'll have this one. Okay, so Ben Coates, how's it going?
Yeah, really good. Tired now. Just ready to do the last show of the evening. Been spectacular couple of weeks so far, and I think there's 1 or 2 more weeks to go. So, yeah, to get the events back on and get festivals back up and running. Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah, it's good to be back out in, well, say the public. We're in a field in the middle of nowhere, but I mean, you get the idea. You're in front of people, the music's playing again, and we can go out and play with our toys and stuff now. It's good.
And the crowds have really warmed to it as well. They've been, they've respected the social distancing. We've obviously set the facilities at the back, so people have really gone down there in an orderly manner. It's just been really nice for people to be back out enjoying themselves. And I think people are appreciative that the events are back on, and that we're doing our very best to entertain people, which obviously is important. And as you know, Beth has entertained thousands a year.
Yes.
And now she's doing this, and she needs all the support she can get.
I just spoke to Beth. She said she's in her element, obviously doing what these guys do. But obviously it's not the same. It's not the same, is it? But I mean, if this becomes the norm for a little bit, are you happy? Are you enjoying doing this, or would you prefer to be back at a festival?
There's nothing like a festival like the Food Festival of Oktoberfest. There's nothing like them. But this is what it is. We have to take it on board. We have to entertain people, and that's all Beth ever has done. Her heart's in the right place. She does some fantastic events, and she can't entertain the 30,000 masses that she does at the Food Festival. But the people that are coming in over the last couple of weeks and the next few weeks, they're back out and about. They're in the fresh air. Hopefully it doesn't rain over the next couple of weeks. That's always the one element. But you can sit in the car and listen, and the shows are absolutely spectacular. You've seen today. You've seen 2 now. Obviously, the last week's music, we know some bands. We've seen them many times: the Scoundrels, Vertigo, and then today that Gravity Live show. If you haven't been, you're missing out, because it's
those acrobats. They hairy stuff. I've said this a few times on this, but dropping your missus from the top of a stage and catching her by her toes, by what it looks like, is that's.
Well, some of the team have said they'll do it, but we don't think we'll keep the clothes as white as they should be. So that's cancelled it out. But we were willing to have a go. I do promise you, everybody, that. But I mean, we're about to open up for the 3rd show of the weekend. We had a comedy night last night, and people enjoyed it. Comedy was a bit weird in a car because obviously you feed off a crowd in a comedy.
Yes, of course, yeah.
But you can see people are here already. They want to be entertained. They want to be out and about. They've been locked in for 3 months.
Yeah. Are you enjoying being busy?
I love it. I just love events. It's what I build my business on. It is the media at events. But when Beth asks, you just go run and help her out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We've just met on Facebook and stuff, and hopefully we can work together and make something special sometime, maybe. But thank you for chatting to me for today.
Yeah, no problem. We'll work together after I had a bit of a rest.
Yeah. No. Today. Thank you so much. So as you heard in that last little interview there with Ben, I did speak to Beth, but I wanted to save the best till last. I wanted to speak to El Capitan there at Shropshire Festivals. Beth has had to deal with everything head on. She's got a great team around her as well. But I wanted to speak to her about her experiences of planning these things and what it was like when we finally got these driving events going and what that was like for her. I want to say before we go into this, a huge thank you to Beth and to the guys from Shropshire Festivals. They're such sunny, bright, happy people, even when things are super stressful. I didn't want to. I was speaking to Gemma, who's part of the team. I was like, and to Rachel. I spoke to them both, and I was like, I didn't want to come and shove a microphone in your face because you guys look busy. But even if I did, and even if they were busy, they'd just be really happy and they wouldn't have no trouble with speaking to me at all, because they're just kind like that. And I want to, everybody that volunteered and everybody that made this show special, thank you, because I think a lot of people really appreciated being out of the house. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Here's Beth Heath explaining her part of the story.
That was cool. That finale was cool.
That was amazing. Beth, you must be exhausted after all this.
Oh yeah, it's good fun. It's what we do. It's what we want to be doing.
Yeah.
It's a small matter of a small pandemic to take into consideration.
Small matter of a pandemic.
But yeah, we're back to doing what we should be doing as a business, and we absolutely love it.
I think you guys. Checking on recording. I think you guys have knocked it out of the park yet again. I mean, like the organisation, the atmosphere. It's just amazing.
I know, actually, I was just, when you get goosebumps when you're watching something. We had all those acrobatics and all the kids are sitting on the cars and they're clapping, and it's a proper party atmosphere from a very, very safe environment of your car. Mm-hmm. But people are sitting to the right hand side of their cars, the children are behaving impeccably, and actually they get it. The adults are singing and dancing.
Yes, they are.
I could
regrettably so in some cases.
I had to apologise before we started today that my singing is not up to their scratch at all. But absolutely, we've had the best day.
I think you've been lucky with the weather as well. You got a really lucky break yesterday in the weather because it was.
It's not luck, it's planning.
It's planning. I guess
we deserve a little bit of luck, right?
Yeah, absolutely, you do. Any challenges that you've had to overcome since last weekend?
Pandemic. We've changed it. We've tweaked a few things. Obviously, the food was a bit of an issue. We couldn't cook pizzas fast enough last week to keep up with people wanting pizza.
Yes.
We've nailed that. So most people are getting their orders within 10 minutes now, which makes me a lot happier. A lot of ice cream's been eaten today because we turned the sunshine on.
Yes.
So
you did.
Good job. What challenges have we had? We've had all sorts of challenges, like waiting for Boris to make the announcement that we could actually do stuff. It was good of him to help us out. And I don't know, every single week at the moment is such a steep learning curve. I've been doing events for 20 odd years, and the last few months have been the steepest learning curve we've ever had, because you've got to think about things that you've never had to think about before. People signing forms and then sterilising the pens in between each signing, and and then having acrobatics, you know what I mean.
Acrobats, yeah.
Acrobats that have obviously got to be touching each other because that's what they do for a living. And actually, so finding people who are from the same families, so
same bubble, yeah.
So same bubble, so we can actually do that and stuff. It's just stuff that I never thought I'd have to do.
Yeah, and lots of firsts like the Zoom app and stuff like that. Is that's what this pandemic has brought. Those so much initiative. We're having to do things differently.
And honestly, the businesses in town, we're trying to find some acts for some later on gigs, some big names. And actually, there's a lot of businesses in town and events companies that run out Shrewsbury who have been ringing me up and saying, do you want a hand, Beth? I've got some girls that we work with from charity, and they're manning my gate today because they're on furlough, so they're coming and volunteering because we work with them on other stuff. And so it's this big... It's like team that you don't realise exists until you're in trouble, and you're doing something and people say, look, I can appreciate you might need a hand. Do you want me to just come and help? And you're like, yes, please.
Please.
And my team are absolutely amazing, but...
Yeah, they've been working their backsides off. Julie was here last weekend. She's here again
She's
somewhere.
here now.
Yeah.
She's turned up already.
And she that first night she was running around left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
She was breathing out of all kinds of orifices, but she was enjoying herself.
Yeah,
you know?
and that's what we've had. We've got a core of about 100 volunteers that help us out for festivals in general, and so we've got about 10, 15 of those every night coming and helping. You know, those guys are giving up their summer to come and put on an event here.
Yeah, but what kind of summer though? Sat at home in front of the Xbox because you can't go anywhere. This is great.
This is what they're all saying. You know, some of them are in at-risk groups, some of them are not. Some of them just want to get out the house from those four walls, like you say, and they want to interact with people and be part of a bigger picture. And that's why we're doing this. Is because we want to have that buzz that we can bring to the public.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's what we do. We create experiences for people, and I'm not prepared to go for a whole year without creating experiences for people and memories. You know, we're a business that puts smiles on people's faces, and people go, do you remember the day that we did X? And that's usually got us involved if it's a summer and it's a great day out, and that's all I want out of the business.
Amazing. And what does the future hold for these drive-in events? Is this the way forward for you guys, or you want to try and steer away from it?
I'd like to be back in a festival
Yes,
field
of
with
course,
30,000 people. I think for the next few weeks, this is us. We would like to get some big names in, and we're really close to it, so you might have a really big name in a field near you soon, which I suspect would sell out very, very fast. But it's also, I mean, remember this site's used for other things, so we can only have it for the next couple of weeks, and we've got an FM licence till September. So we
really, that's interesting.
So we've got, well, I had to get 28 days, so I was just going to get 28 days for the Fridays and Saturdays until September. So I think you've not seen the end of us. Even if we back out for a couple of weeks, we'll be back again, because why wouldn't we? This works, and people will understand the concept as the weeks go on and we put more and more videos out and people share it on social media. It's people getting their heads around the fact that if you are worried, it's still a really safe environment.
Absolutely. This is why I did what I did last week, because I wanted to record our experience as a family and show people it's actually really safe and really fun as well. And the final comment is your Segway skills. Are you going to go sign up for any competitions? Because you're wicked on that thing.
When you're doing an event in the quarry, you get very good on that. I reckon I spent about 40 days of my life on a Segway. However, I now need to work on my acrobatic skills, because, you know, I could be in this next show with my Segway and my acrobatic
just spinning around on the stage. People would enjoy that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, delivering food on it, like, who wants a restaurant with roller skates when you're going to have someone deliver it in a field with a Segway?
And after he shows up, do you go to bed like hearing horns in your head, like meh?
To be fair, these earworms from today are going to be stuck in my head. The Greatest Showman. We go to bed, and everybody last week, all of my team, we finished it. We were exhausted, but we're buzzing. This is our life. This is what we do. So that's how we go to bed. We go to bed happy that we've done another really successful event safely to the best of our ability.
Fantastic. I'll let you get on your break. Thank you so much for inviting us today. And there's our conclusion of our coverage of the Shropshire Drive-In Circus event. Now, we didn't get to speak to any of the cast, but because they had 2 shows to do that day. After the earlier performance, they had to get undressed, go for some lunch, come back and get ready for the next show. But I've got to say, to add a bit of context to the stuff you just hear, there were acrobats. They were great singers. They're great dancers. There was these ladies with these giant fans that were dancing around. There was fire. There was just amazing, daring acts, and there was lots of great entertainment. And that was throughout the whole thing. It started. It didn't stop. It went all the way through, and it was brilliant. So fantastic experience, and there's lots more to come as well. You need to go and have a look at Shropshire Drive-In, or go to the Shropshire Festival's website and have a look what's coming up, and keep an eye on it as well, because things change. This weekend you've got the 90s Revival, which have gone huge on social media. You may remember them. They came on the Biscuit a while ago. I do believe those tickets are selling like hotcakes, so you need to get there quickly, and that's this weekend. There's so much coming up, and you don't want to miss out. Honestly, if you've never been to one of these driving events, I really do recommend it. It gets the Whiteley seal of approval. There you go. How do you like that? I took Timmy, who's 5. Obviously, I've got to be careful with a 5-year-old boy and my wife, and I felt safe throughout the whole thing. And that's all we heard. That's all we have heard since these things have begun, is how safe and how people are and how much they enjoyed it. So thank you to the guys that invited me. to this. I absolutely loved it. I'm in my element. Despite the anxiety of shoving a mic in people's faces, I am always in my element covering these things. So thank you so much. Guys, I would like to give you the opportunity to check out our website. We're at www.theshrewsburybiscuitpodcast.co.uk. All of our audio is available on our website. We're also at the moment encouraging people to write us some reviews. If you listen to iTunes or on Apple Podcasts, just give us a star review, right? Even if it's just like, yeah, cool, whatever, because it all just helps. I do believe Podcast Addict have just rolled out a new review button as well. So if you listen on Podcast Addict, just write us something. It really does help. It gives people a gauge on how the show does with its audience. So we would appreciate it if you do that. So I mean, maybe we can start reading people's names out and stuff on the show to say thank you. But anyway, thank you very much again to Beth and the guys for this. It was fantastic, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.